very subtle, yeah. I don't need any more warning. It's been a grand visit. Thanks for the memories, be sure to write. But now it's time to leave.
Episode 6, Alone in the Woods, full-on horror music playing in the background. This is my game now! But before I get all giddy about the episode, let's actually talk about some stuff first. Last episode, Maria tried to ease the tense mood in the room by finding something to read. Turns out that after getting through the third entry, she continued to discover notes left behind by the previous owner, a fella named RWBY. As I said in the last episode, very Resident Evil-esque in this way for people to come into an abandoned, dead house to find notes on what had occurred here. Of course, as Maria continued to research through old Bartleby's notes, and the crew was just getting ready to leave, already kinda walking into the house of Brunswick Farms, I see something's wrong with the crew. The actors, or most of them, purposefully have a mellow performance given to their characters. Exemplifying the current state of mind, I mean holy shit, look at their eyes. Immediately it makes me go, something isn't right. Now yes, at the time of watching the episode on launch, that entire sequence with them trying to digest the thought of being useless in the fight against Salem was my original thought, but thinking back to those bodies dying in their sleep, I kinda tried to click things together as I say, something isn't right here. And as the episode continues to carry on, though admittedly it's kind of spoon-fed to me, which I'm pretty cool with, it actually rewards my suspicions. Don't worry, this isn't the part where I go, fuck you, Rooster Teeth, you can't do a storytelling properly. But the reward comes in the form of that cursed well. Those drained, broken characters with broken beliefs manifesting to the forefront, encouraging RWBY to chime in as Yang makes a suggestion. And yes, I know, I'm showing Volume 5 footage, calm the fuck down. But Oz said something a long time ago, and that said something is this.
She has her quirks, her faults, just like everyone else. But she also possesses something unquantifiable, a spark that can inspire others even in the darkest of times.
And I guess that continues to be a case in the present, even though it looked like she wanted to give in herself. After all, why try to fight a battle she couldn't win? Why convince herself of a lie that's the fairy tale she read as a kid? Why try to play the hero when playing a hero only gets people around her killed? And to add on to that, when Yang mentioned the possibility of Salem being unable to find the relic in the well, it's like, who cares about some big bad old lady when they can just die without having to worry about the fight?
Don't lie to me, RWBY. We're better than that.
So all that tunnel vision forming out of their fatigue, RWBY's still able to convince her teammates to find the relic that RWBY dropped. Go down in the creepy ass tunnel and go pick it up. Simple, right?
Right? Wrong.
We got ourselves a new problem, fellas.
I have built more than just a new kind of soldier. I have created the devil himself.
Now this is truly excellent. Adding on to the already expanding library of the creatures of Grimm, the apathy serves as a relatively new sort of psychological twist on the monsters we've been fighting. Now yes, we've had scary things before, and goofy shit like fucking Floyd over here.
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh hey, let me pour one out for him. Oops, flimsy hands.
So what do these things make the team do? Well, typically, since they're used to it, in coordination, cutting down any of the Grimm they come across their journey, but these suckers drain their will and make it seem like they can't go on. It must have been torturous knowing that despite wanting to go on somehow, only for these screaming bastards to shut them down. Okay, Junior Rizzo memes aside, one of my favorite aspects about horror is seeing worn down characters desperately trying to survive in a situation they cannot fight back in. But in something like RWBY where the characters are constantly able to fight back and everything they can take down, they can take down. This time around, the introduction of the apathy makes things a little more complicated.
I see that you run away. I remind you that I am just as fast as you. I remind you that I am only 7 feet behind you. 6, 4, 0. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now for the potential of Silver Eyes, which admittedly, I think that was the entire point of the Brunswick Farms. We've been questioning this for a long time, and we've wondered this since Volume 3, and to an extent, Volume 1. Why they're so important? Well, I guess it's just that Silver Eyes are kryptonite to the Grimm, and that's pretty much it. Oh, by the way, that speech Maria gives to RWBY in order to focus on using her silver eyes? it was pretty neat. I like it. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you can probably tell. And just as some last minute additions, but someone pointed this out, and I don't claim to be the first to think about this, but Weiss had a drunk mom too. She may not have been able to help her, but that's something that makes sense since at the time, she could help Ruby's relative and have that opportunity to fix things for her instead of her own family, thus kinda emphasizing her care for her teammates as opposed to her own blood. So, overall, the episode really reached into the back ends of my head and extracted my love for the survival horror genre, while at the same time unlocking and rewarding RWBY viewers to even more possibilities concerning some rough patches in the narrative, in addition to closing the door, so to speak, on the story of Brunswick Farm. Unfortunately, I guess for now, this might be where the dark and thrilling horror ride ends, and we can finally move into a happier, lighter tone in the next few episodes. Well, that's all for today. If you enjoyed, let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comments. So, until next time, I'll see you in any other future video I release. Take care, everybody.